Briggs. All right, thank you for joining us. All right, on to messages and to the Q&A. So, lessons, here we go. Greetings to you. This is Archangel Raphael. Send you energies. Yes, there's unexpected energies coming in. There is many shifts for the soul to learn more about itself, a gradual shift. As for major timelines, or even there's a lot of healing from certain events that does keep other events from occurring. But yes, you'll feel a great change, especially around your summer. But even before that, your summer is a time of a slow shift into another direction. So what that means, it's on an individual basis. Your summer is a time of great change for many of you. So, in this time, yes, the astral realms are speaking more to your earth, giving little understandings of what it is, as many of you are connecting more to the spirit realms. Because astral usually keeps itself hidden for obvious reasons, but it does bring in, ideas into your reality every once in a while, miracles. Your Mandela effect is allowing it to occur here, like with your CERN. So, more of an awakening is occurring on an individual basis. Now, continue your alien timelines. Of course, are getting stronger as your population is slowly allowing it to be slowly accepting it. When I say slow, I mean slow. But it's going more into your consciousness because you're leaving one era and going to another as you go more into space, which is true. So, because as you go more into space, more questions of who's out there. So, greetings. We got the Anunnaki consciousness. Yes, there's always a shift in consciousness, of course. As you collective made you hold back, you can see much more. So you see all these timelines that want to come through. They get, even timelines can get excited, or people can get excited about it, and then nothing happens. As your consciousness, your human consciousness, holds back. But does not mean you will not. Premonitions are not true. Some of them will come true into your environment, especially in the financial sector, as you feel that having a great change, especially after recent events. Doesn't mean it's going to change greatly. We're going to have another currency, but this is kind of like the financial year for people changing currencies, looking at different currencies than they have in the past. So that's all we're seeing at this point. But as for spiritual developments, it's expected, unexpected with that. A lot of souls are experimenting more with their own energies of what they're connected to. They're opening up their minds beyond the human belief system into a reptilian belief system, a feline, like actually feeling a feline civilization speaking to them, and so on. So that's just, we are the Andromedans. I think it's been some time since we've been here. Yeah, it's just a collective where you can call me Mead if you want to. If you need a name, the human life here, of course, you have nothing to compare it to. Yes, is a different animal altogether. It was at one time very prehistoric, similar to your dinosaurs. The humans are very savagery at one time, uh, and it still is, as it's the reptilian side that wants to rule others, but now it's in a more human form. Even your CEOs are similar to like that, of survival instincts of being king instead of just being an average person. Many think they're gods, and that's true. Many are acting like, so they're making godlike decisions, such as a certain tech person that's very, feels like he's very much into knowledge of health. Yeah, in their minds, they distort things, think they are above others. But we feel like many of them are going to start to, those that feel like they're in power or godlike will start to show their flaws more. They might not recognize it, but we feel the people will. I'm here to also answer questions whenever you're ready. Blessings.
Hello, blessings, greetings.
Blessings.
Thank you, Andromedans, for coming in. I believe you said your name was Mead, right?
Yes. Blessings.
Blessings. Up first this evening, we have Stephen.
Hello, Andromedans.
Blessings. Greetings.
Blessings, blessings. Much love to you. How are you doing?
Doing well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Since you're here, I mean, I haven't tapped into much of my Andromedan side, history and stuff. I know a little bit, but I would love for you to dive deep into my connections, aspects, just energies that overall I have in Andromeda. Thank you.
Well, yours was exploration. Part of it was exploring the reptilian, but also the feline. I believe going into the at one as an Andromedan being or as a human entity. I believe you explored a lot of the reptilian histories, artifacts of the worlds that have been abandoned. Is what we see. You weren't part of the reptilian wars. Of course, you've been through enough as it is, so I don't believe you wanted to be through everything. You don't need to be part of every conflict. But as an Andromedan, you're there to learn about species that even, humans here kind of, they it's funny how some get selfish here and or they get insecure. Think about as a collective doing that. So reptilian collectives have done the same, or any collective for that matter, but in this case, reptilian collectives, when they either they get too, they think they're unstoppable and then get cleared out, and it takes out their whole race, at least that group. And I believe you're analyzing a great deal of that. Yeah, you take one issue from Earth that people go through and add it to even a world. And they have to just go. I mean, they have other things they go through also, but they choose one fault as their downfall. So, such as addiction, some worlds get addicted, and that's the downfall of their society. So that's what I say. Blessings.
Awesome. Thank you. Second question is, can you I'll just leave it open, connect with any beings and any ones that want to jump on in and give me a message of what I've been doing, update, it don't matter. Thank you.
Well, see, yeah, you're healing men in black energies and get more information on the earth, especially the astral energies. Also, from a feline perspective, a lot of felines are guarding the earth and sometimes keeping things back. But you're telling them we're ready, we're ready, we're ready, we're ready for something. Your public officials, I believe, will start to bring out more details. Not your presidency, but just your regular public officials feel like they'll just say something out of nowhere as it becomes more part of society. So that's where you're working at Astral for more disclosure. It's kind of like very quiet, nothing too, you know, nothing too forceful. But you are teaching many in Astral about how to understand all of this for their human selves to understand what's going on with Earth. Like it shows like you're in Astral showing you're like your regular human about secret space programs and things like that. So, blessings.
Blessings. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we have Daria.
Greetings.
Hello, me from Andromeda.
Yes, greetings to you, Mead. Greetings to you.
Yeah, greetings and hi to the others there.
Yes.
So, my question is, I had a strange visit today. Fell down my chimney and came into my living room, a magpie.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering about the message with the magpie as a spiritual message, or what is it? I had to let it out. It shit
Yes.
everywhere in my house, on the windows.
Yes. It shows good things are on their way. So it shows it's bringing in a new timeline by cutting through. So you're not used to that. So it's not saying exactly what's going to occur, but whatever it is, will be gradual. It won't be suddenly all of a sudden everything changes. I don't see that. But I believe it's a spirit being that's showing you changes to come, is what it shows. I believe your cat was involved with it too, but in some form or another.
Yeah, I think that was the shit.
Yeah, telling the bird how to get in there.
Just shit all over. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's my cat energy, anyways. So,
Yes.
any other messages from? Yeah, I
Well,
miss probably Andromeda more than I miss other places. So,
well, I believe the bird was excited, so it couldn't hold itself. Couldn't hold its excitement. Just to add that.
ah, that's so etiquette. Okay.
With Andromeda, well, they show like this is kind of well, this is I'm not sure if this is helpful, but we do see like retro-looking dinosaurs, like a T-Rex, pink T-Rex with a mohawk, things like that, more drawn up. Um, realities that you're more colorful realities that you're connected to, a little bit more alive worlds. Some of those worlds you're connected to are kind of dystopian, but they're fascinating. Earth isn't the only one that has dystopian reality.
Yeah.
But they tell us something about the society that was there. It's all about the soul of the planet. So,
Cool.
so yeah, your retro societies that you're connected to, retro music, anywhere where there's color. Of course, yeah, at least in Andromeda, at least that's one of your places. That's where you learned about color. Not all society, even Palladians, they have color, but nothing like Andromeda.
Yeah, cool. But I'm always black hair though.
Well, because that's Archon world. That's why.
Yeah.
I figured you'd say something like that. Well,
Yeah.
Andromeda, you can see an energy and just disappear into it. It's like a portal up here. It's like a vibration, or a portal can start talking to you. It all depends on the world. We don't have worlds. We have worlds similar to this, not exactly, of course, not this dense. Um, but you've also brought artifacts from this world to Andromeda worlds, also.
Cool.
Like
I will
weapons. Yes.
go back to this one and channel that more. But
Yes.
thank you for that, and
Yes.
have full channeling.
Blessings.
Blessings.
Hey, very cool. Up next, we have Anana.
Greetings.
Greetings to you.
Yeah, I had many dreams where I am a characters from anime Avatar from the cartoon, and they called my name as Kiyoshi and Roku Avatar, but the dreams like a real world, so it's not a cartoon. So my question is, what is my relation to that? What is my connection?
Well, it's a past life, but also a reoccurring life. It's a world that you're still learning from. So the reason it's surprisingly, it's kind of surprising. So it shows up in this reality. So when it shows up for you, it means you need it, and you need that knowledge, you need that comfort, because this world has a lot of dense energies from other reptilian worlds. So you're connecting to your home world, you can say, place that you're always at, from what I can see.
So does it say that am I Avatar Kiyoshi and Roku, or?
I believe so, from what I can see. You have to go by what you feel on that.
No, it's resonating because I was fighting and felt good at that
Yes.
moment.
It feels like yes. Yes.
Okay, in my second question, can you please bring information about my angelic self? Yeah, I would love to know more details because angels start like really communicating now with me, and I've seen even yesterday in my third eye.
We are connected to the golden angel, golden cities. You can connect to worlds that are of the highest vibration. You go there to recharge, to know yourself, to get in tune with yourself through music. And then you visit worlds similar to this one, or worlds that need you with your vibration. So you make yourself known, you make yourself seen in the skies. It all depends on the reality that you're connected to.
Mm-hmm.
If it's agreed upon in the collective. So it's like they show you a world that needs your energy, but you go and prepare for it first. You go to your home world, you recharge, you learn about where you're going to go, you prepare, you heal, you have a healing body. So when you come back to that planet, or you just send your energy to that planet, you don't have to be there. You can be anywhere you want. So you can help those that are in need. So there's other planets that you do this with, of course.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hey, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have Tristan.
Greetings and blessings.
Greetings to you.
First question. This week I again had such a hard time. And Monday I could not concentrate. I could not relax. I could not do anything. And it's been harsh with my roommate. Things are better, but it's been really hard. And I was thinking, okay, this is either my roommate or this is something else kind of invading me. What was that? What was going on this week?
No, it feels like it's your roommate's energy.
Okay.
So was it tame with your roommate last week, or was it?
No. It's been rough. For now, it's better, but he's been going through a really hard time. Yeah.
So yeah,
he's better.
So now he's going into your astral realm.
Okay.
Cause more, because he feels like, so connecting to that helps us. He feels like you're not sympathetic to his situation.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why you're not feeling sorry for him, and so he's retaliating against you. That's how selfish he is. So you take that selfish energy and just like, I'm not being part of this, and you can send that back to him.
Yeah.
He's showing his out. It's funny how this isn't funny, but it's how he's getting more childish as he gets older.
Oh yeah. It's just been okay. So it was him. It was like, wow, this is new. Whatever it is, it's new. But okay, yeah.
He's gotten darker. He's gotten more childish and darker. He's like a teenager.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
But nothing you can't handle. You send that energy.
But,
I feel like some of the visits the dark entities that visited you, came from him too. the past.
The jerk. Okay.
Yeah. So
okay, fine.
but those entities, it's like you have a personal relation to those entities now, so they're not part of him's energy anymore.
Yeah. No, I'm actually, I'm having fun with this, even though it's all.
They seem to.
I only seem to be getting dark ones, but it's fine, whatever.
Well, they need to be healed. They're looking for. Yeah, that's what you came here for. You already have the light around you. You're seeing your patients.
Yeah.
If you're a doctor, you can only see people that are healthy. What does it work?
That doesn't work. Yeah.
So that's how look at it that way.
That's good. Yeah, thank you. The second question would be actually a general thing of how do you view Earth? Because I hear things. We hear things. So some people think we're like beautiful and the most amazing thing and the most courageous, and other people think we're like absolute idiots. Where do you stand?
Well, partly a confused race, a race that's complacent with control. It's all different. The society's all different. You can't just say it's one thing and just walk away. But many of you want to have peace on this earth, which is beautiful, even if you don't agree with everything. That's very powerful. But not everybody wants chaos, because if they're suffering, they want other people to suffer. So this world, a lot of your race is selfish, and they don't realize it. There's a why me? Why me? Why is this happening to me? There's a lot of that going. There's a lot of black magic going on here that people aren't aware of. So people are seeing their darker selves here, and they're not always seeing it. They experience it, but they're not diagnosing it clearly. Like the psychiatry here, if they look at it a little bit differently, they can actually do a lot more. They go from a mental state, they do a spiritual stuff, but so we have different views here. We see what you're going through. Let's put it that way. We're sympathetic, and maybe not to all beings, just like you.
Yeah, exactly.
Some are just like, get it together already. Because yes, we do view some humans, and just for studying, not spying, but just like what they're allowing for us to see publicly, and even we're like baffled a lot of times. Like, no wonder this world's so lost. It's like some people awaken, but then they leave the earth, and now we have people that are confused. So speaking out about your spirituality does help. Even for those that don't believe in any of it, they founded you for a reason. So you don't have to speak out internet-wise, but just yourself. You're putting out that vibration. So we can go on and on with that. But you have an idea.
Great. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Hey, thank you for that. Up next, we have Ben's questions he asked me to read. His first question: are there any messages for me from my spirit guides?
There is patience needed. That's the first thing they say. You are going into a spiritual development. You are very connected to the Arcturians. So you can look further into the Arcturians. Your Arcturian connections are actually connected to the Hindu. You can look across the world of any religion and see if there's an Arcturian energy, but Hindu seems to be where you're connected to. It doesn't mean you have to be a Hindu person or anything like that. But just give you an idea of where Arcturians bring their energy. So they're very much part of a spiritual development, at least for the most part, the lighter side of things. That's nice.
Okay, thank you. The second question: I connected with some sort of angelic presence on January 19th around 1 p.m. Can you tell me who that was and if they have any messages for me?
Seems like Raphael. So yeah, he's showing you of your abilities, that you're a little bit scared of spiritual development, a little bit, but you can go much further. So he's just kind of guiding you to where you can go. So you are getting visitations, as you know, and more can come, especially an alien vibration when the time is right. You're still in the phase of knowing yourself. He also shows you very connected to the felines. Felines that were actually different types of felines, but one where they lived in the oceans, where they can go underwater for very long weeks, months, and come out of the water just fine. Blessings.
Hey, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have James.
Hello.
Greetings.
And is there anyone existing right now who's kind of well known and that is from Andromeda that I'm connected to? Or just something about Andromeda that I don't know? My connections?
Well, as an Andromedan being, you're very connected to, interesting, the Orion councils through Andromeda. So you've been an Andromedan being in Orion. So you assisted Orion, so you might have been an Andromedan being, but you lived mostly in Orion. Due to the conflicts of Orion, negativity that was there, it just, you could say it was more interest. The challenges were there. When you in Andromeda, that's where you heal, that's where you know yourself, that's where you have relationships. But when you've feel like you need to grow more or find some adventure, usually go to Orion. You might find it in Andromeda, but for Orion is for you, it's more challenging. Lessons.
I see. So I've been told repeatedly that I'm like really calm, like given the current situation, and that I can see the future. Is that why, or is it because I have like separate incarnations at the same time? They're kind of informing me.
Well, yeah, you don't have to necessarily see the future, but you know the outcome within. So yes, you have future you have other versions of you in Sirius, and interesting. You're connected to Pluto also, even if Pluto doesn't look like a planet right now, but in other realities, it almost looks like another version of Earth. That's for another story. But yes, you're pretty much like a time traveler, you can say. And technically everybody is, but for what you're doing here is you're clearing out timelines. I see you're also connected to ley light energies, healing those energies at this time. Oh, blessings.
Thank you.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we have Silverclaw.
Hello there.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings, friend. My first question. The plants I'm growing are supposed to be pruned, as in cut a little bit, like the leaves, so that only the leaves that get the most light grow. I did that already, but now it's grown and has little branches growing at the bottom again. I want to know if letting them grow will result in like low quality product on those bottom branches.
No, it should be fine.
Hmm.
It's like important.
Okay, so like the bottom branches that I have won't grow to be the popcorn buds that I've been growing lately, because that's what I'm trying to avoid. Are you saying they're going to be better quality than that?
Well, I see the quality will be fine, no matter with the direction that you're doing. You don't see any problem with it.
Okay, it won't be like the low quality I've had lately, correct?
Well, it might not be as potent as the higher quality, but
Yes.
it'll still be decent though.
Okay.
But,
Okay. So thank you. My next question. Are there any interesting messages about me and my future or my present?
well, it's just patience. Your work will finally. I believe they're in financial strain at this time. That's why they have not appeared. Of course, there's a lot of regulations to keep them from coming back. But just continue what you're doing. It seems like you're doing a lot of growth within yourself, healing within yourself, and that's important at this time. It might not be the most exciting thing, but it feels like you do find a way to keep yourself busy in a good way. So,
All right. Well, thank you so much. Who is this channeling? May I ask?
with Andromedans.
Okay,
And
cool.
Mead essence.
Okay, thank you.
Good blessings. Up next, we have Brock.
Hello, greetings.
Greetings to you.
For my first question, do I have any messages from my higher self?
Well, we do see the channeling ability getting stronger with you. Your Arcturian energy is within your crown chakra because it's other parts of your chakra, but say your crown chakra is very Arcturian. It might seem blocked for right now, but as you go into more of a spiritual development, you might see lifetimes of war in your energy field because that's where you're healing from. So if you like tap into your vibrations, like wow, I just see not always the kindness vibration because you're releasing a lot of it. Well, you're there because you could be there because you can handle the stress. We are going more into enlightenment here. That's nice.
Okay, thank you. And then for the second one, am I connected to the anime world One Piece or maybe any other anime world?
Yes, you see that. Yes, it doesn't look the same in that reality, but yes, it has the energy of it. Yes, it has a lot of similarities to it. Yes, but yeah, it's basically just downloaded for your Earth to heal once again. So yeah, so this is you can dive more further into that if you wish. But yes, it seems like it's something that's healing your heart chakra for what we can see.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, very cool. I had a One Piece dream myself the other night. I love that world. All right, very cool. Up next, I have Braden's questions. He asked me to read. His first question: are there any important messages for me?
One moment. Yes, I see a reptilian gateway that he is healing at this time. That's what's keeping a lot of forces, keeping spirituality away from the earth. So I feel like he's working on awakening, for more downloads to occur for himself and others, and for a more positive change to come to the earth. Is what we see. I believe it's with his tall whites that he's working with, but this show reptilian gateway that he's working on at this time. I believe it's by the moon, from what I can see. That's nice.
Thank you. His second question: are there any other messages?
Well, he's healing through his higher self. So, the challenges is helping him reflect more of his own insecurities, but I feel like from what you can see, he's feel like a better person after all he's been through. He's going to get more and more enlightened to the direction he's going. Doesn't mean have all the answers, but you feel more like this is the right direction, because in the past it wasn't always feeling that way from what we see. So he questions like, I think this is okay, but he's going to feel more and more like he's on the right track. What we can pick up on. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, I have Christy's questions. She asked me to read. Her first question: is the COVID vaccine the beginning of when the Zeta Greys lost touch with their humanity and changed into AI? Is that why we are here to speak, or is that why we are here to speak about not taking it?
Well, that's one aspect of it. A lot of the Zetas added artificial intelligence to themselves. They did all kinds of things that was, I believe, far worse than a vaccine. I mean, you can say they vaccinated their planet a couple of times, or planets. So, yeah, they're just. This is part of the disclosure. This is not the full disclosure. Well, some Zetas tried to turn themselves into humans through a vaccine to make them more human-like.
Okay, interesting. Your second question: what have me and Hayden been working on with the Zetas? Anything with plasma energy hitting the planet?
Well, I believe you welcome plasma energy is connected to the planet. But the Zetas, it feels like you're on underground bases due to what's going on in secret. Due to the Edwards Air Force Base you're tapping into, also healing those energies first. So I feel like you're part of many disclosures talks is what we see. And they go on and on and on. Some of them are out in space, but I believe most of them are underground. Of course, in the astral. I mean, underground of this Earth, but in the astral. Like government facilities, things like that. That's what I don't remember. You might see a door, you might see a shadow of a person. That's part of it, but most likely not going to go into details. And that's like you're preparing for it, which is good. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we have April.
Hello. Greetings.
Yes.
Hi. Yeah, I was just wondering if you could check into my galactic connection, see if there's any messages for me.
One moment. There's a brother energy that you're connected to. Is that correct?
What? I'm sorry.
Brother, like
brother?
in your modern.
Yes.
Yeah, it seems like it's interfering your vibration, if I can see it. Okay. For one that's troubled, as we go into their galactics, and he shows up. So you seem like he's blocking some of your dream state. He wants you to pay more attention to him. I'm not sure if that's that the physical, but it's up to you to decide. But he's learning a lot from me, but sometimes he tries to be the teacher instead of the student, something like that. So yeah, because you have a lot more experience than him, and he doesn't like to hear that. So he's getting kind of anarchy around you recently. So if you have any blockages or you're not be able to connect as you used to, I believe he has something to do with it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right here, right in front of us.
Oh wow.
Well, his guides say pig-headed, but that's up to you.
Okay. Okay, and I just had a dream I wanted to touch on. It was I was down in either a basement or underground place, it felt like, and I was trying to time travel. I was looking at a screen and I had to focus on a point on the screen, and I was going into the future, into the past for 24 hours. I could go a day each way, and I was just wondering where I was and why I was doing that.
Well, I believe it's on this world where you're actually a human. Here, when you go back in time, you're actually, a physical human. You have a specific task. So you're seen here in the physical, and you even line up. Think of it as like a timeline avatar, where it's like you say it's implanted into the reality that you're in. So it already has a background, it has a past, has a background, has all these things. So in case you get picked up by the police or something, so you can fit in and do your task. But you can't leave until that time, until your time frame's up. From what we see. Okay. Same thing with the future. The future is more lenient because it hasn't really happened. I mean, some say it has, but it has and it hasn't. It's more lenient. The past is more. Because you have to make sure that you don't interfere with too many things in the past.
Okay, yeah, I guess I was playing a joke on my dad or something in the actual dream, so I went.
Yeah, but it seems like there's a little bit more to it than that.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think it gets more. I think it gets a lot deeper than just that.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I remember. So.
But he was there, though. Yes.
But
it goes a lot more further. So.
Okay.
Blessings.
All right. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, I have Omran's questions he asked me to read. His first question: what do you see in my energy?
A moment. A blue angel. You have Andromedan connections to the ancient past. There is relics that you are aware of. Some of them are Anunnaki. Some of them are reptilian. Basically, artifacts have been left there by ancient civilizations. You were a giant in Andromeda at one time. On this Earth, you brought a lot of Anunnaki gold energy here to know about yourself. It doesn't mean you're Anunnaki in origin, but just so you brought their knowledge with you to decode the Earth.
Okay, thank you. His second question: Is there any message from anyone in the astral realm whom I, from time to time, appear to meet?
They show a being that's named Marcus. He sometimes looks like a crow, like a humanoid crow, with a crow beak, and some of the two of your like brothers. He shows like you go to a golden city in astral. It's not Anunnaki. It's more. I'm not saying what there are reptilian energies there, but it's not a reptilian reality. You go to future realities that have not been created yet in astral, and yeah, they show like an Anunnaki bracelet. So you have Anunnaki shows up every once in a while. Anunnaki bracelets that has a lot of knowledge connected to it. I believe this being gave it to you. Blessings.
Blessings, thank you. That was a very cool picture you painted there. Up next we have Dragon.
Hi, how you doing?
Great to see you.
It's interesting. I don't think you call yourselves Andromedans. I think that's the name we gave you because that's probably where in the sky you are, or at least your bodies or whatever. I've always wondered if it's just a name or if you have some connection to the Andromeda galaxy. But that's not my question. So, I guess just my first question is there any message for me?
No moment. I do see you with they show like the top zetas, like in charge, say of Earth, at least in astral. Of course, they don't have a real rank, but it's just they just call themselves above a lot of others, at least in knowledge. Well, because they can take care of it well. They don't abuse it. They can see things and not manipulate it. See things for how it is. So you brought your so you're getting messages from them. Of course, there's other beings you're getting information from, but you bring in certain downloads at specific times. They show that you're working with the weather and also timelines. You're technically like a modern time traveler here also. You do work with timelines in your astral for sure. Right now you're scanning the energies of the earth. You do that throughout the day. In your astral, you put things together from what they show.
That sounds pretty reasonable, at least when I get enough sleep so I can actually be in astral. I guess if I don't sleep, I'll eventually end up in astral anyway.
You get some way, you make it work anyway.
That's the few days of sleep and my body starts kicking me out. It's like, get out of here. I guess my second question is about this whole the whole like retail trader Reddit socking it to the evil hedge funds thing. And I guess the question is, in astral, are the beings that are sort of the elite control beings, are they kind of freaking out about this, like they're getting one-upped by a bunch of regular people?
Well, yes, their reality got disturbed. They did not really see it coming, but they knew retaliation would happen eventually. So they just didn't know when. So even they get blinded by this reality. So yeah, this is a Sakum Tum moment that you can see. They're not too happy about it. I believe they're trying to get government to go after them now. At least the best they can.
I mean, they chose money over freedom when they did some shifty things in the last couple of days. So the government's definitely going to get them, and maybe a couple of the Reddit people too. But mostly these hedge fund people are gonna get it at this point. So
the government is like the astral elite's Gestapo, you can say. Not exactly, because even the government can go against them too. It's unlikely, but it has happened in the past.
It's kind of a shame that something like money is so important to some people that they're willing to just sell themselves out and even be willing to take away their freedom for a little while just to hang on to as much money as they can.
Well,
It's
it's finding pleasure for themselves to them, and some of that's a reptilian side of some of them, where they want to kind of feast on themselves. They want to just it's like some of them can't find pleasure in their real world, so they use money as a finding way of pleasure.
another way of escape, right? Well, there's better ways that everybody can escape if they just get with the program.
Try telling them that as well. Yeah.
All right, thanks. Much love.
Okay, blessings. Up next, I have Marvin's questions he asked me to read. His first question: what did the White Rabbit mean when he said, "I'm channeling a golden timeline and writing out what I want to come into reality"?
Well, the rabbit's good luck. So showing that you are good luck of pulling in positive energies to yourself and just releasing you yourself. Like you are growing like wings, glowing wing. Not to say you didn't have wings before, but you're getting more used to your spiritual self. So,
Interesting. His second question: since it's Black History, I need to know knowledge of what's of my Sudan people or Basque people. Something good that I have forgotten, my friend.
well, a lot of them are very tall at one time. They're very psychic. They can connect to alien beings. They can also teleport themselves onto a ship. This is in the ancient times. You can say technically they can do it now, but it's not mentioned. So, yeah, your group of people is very disconnected to the alien vibrations. You're here as a human, but very civil, actually. I mean, as long as you don't have invaders, you can live a pretty decent life. It's similar to like a Native American reality. And you just connect with spirit and you go into the astral and see your alien friends and know that the physical, it's like I'm here to live a physical world, but you go visit your alien friends in astral, but you remember it. And they draw pictures and all types of things. So much of that's been lost, of course. Yeah, it's very mostly a peaceful race overall. At least the ones that you're connected to. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Very cool. Up last this evening is me. Thank you again for coming in. Speaking of remembering astral, I'd like to recall more of it, but it doesn't seem to come to me. It seems like I'm being wiped away as I come back. So I guess maybe whatever physical means I'm doing doesn't seem to make a difference. So if you have any advice on recalling more of my astral travels, or if you can let me know what I'm up to in astral, that would help me.
Well, some people, I believe you do this with crystals. You have them. Some people sleep with them in their hands. Like Moldavite is one crystal that works for some people. It doesn't mean it'll work for everyone. Doesn't mean you have to hold it in your hand because obviously you want to sleep. You don't want to do work, but your astral realm, yes, is being because astrally you're aware of where things are going. But
Right.
the more that you're aware of where the world is going, the less you remember here.
Yeah, I was
So
just like hoping for like some cool, sightseeing, dreams or something like that. I asked, made the intention the other night before going to sleep. May I see like a beautiful scenic memory or something like that? So something to carry with me, but I don't seem to recall anything. It's more like a musical montage of things happening in my dreams, and I'm not able to recall any of it afterwards.
and when you say that, I just see a white cat like
Oh yeah,
guarding you. Yeah, like a house cat, like a big fluffy white cat watching over you. It's kind of like the relationship energy. Basically, you get a lot of your knowledge from the felines. You're part of a future version of human that has not been disclosed just yet for many reasons. Like in ancient times, different types of humans are created, and
mm.
some are kept hidden.
Yeah, I
Um,
get that feeling.
yeah, so you're part of a future race that's not seen here, but seen other places. So you're part of a future race of human that's very advanced and assisting the Earth today. That's why you don't remember things. So you can visualize what that looks like. Just
Yeah,
visualize.
that's cool
So,
exercise. Yeah, very cool.
yeah, it's colorful. I believe you are kind of tall, skinny, kind of like a little bit of a elongated head, a little bit. But you can visualize it as you wish.
Yeah, definitely.
They have some that are kind of, like a tribe, similar to like your Avatar movie, similar to that, like a tribe.
Cool. Yeah, as you're saying that, I'm seeing it. Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for that.
As vehicles, as yes, nature and technology connected to it. Yes, and
Yeah, there's a lot there to download. Well, very cool. Thank you for that. And my second question, I just leave it open if I have any messages from Andromeda.
Well, I do see you as a human during Earth. Much, I see you part of helping humanity with this amnesia in the past, because you saw humans here not acting appropriately. It's like it's like, you know what? Maybe it's best just to let them forget about spirit and everything, because they're just not treating it well. They're abusing it. They're abusing it a lot in the past. So you're part of the collective that, it wasn't an easy decision either. It's like, why can't we work with them? We give them all the chances that are still abusing their abilities. So, like the weaponization that happened, like with Egypt being practically destroyed, like that was the end of it.
Yeah, I get that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like as you're saying that, I'm hearing in the Bible like a verse: it's better to not know God and continue with your ways than to know God and keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, because many of them became addicted to power, as you see here in different forms, but they became so sick of it, like mentally ill with it. Like they couldn't see anything else but the power of, addicted to just God power, and they just didn't know how to handle it. So a lot of those beings had to be killed because it just could not be stopped. You could not reason with them; nothing was working. It just it's like a cocaine addict, but functional.
During what time in history was this?
It was ancient, before history, before
documented history.
When Atlantis was destroyed, yes, around that time, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when Atlantis went down, that was pretty much that was it. That was like, okay, we gave them all the chances. We see what they're fighting, just trying to destroy each other, and that was the final blow.
Was there a collective I was with, working primarily with at that time?
Arcturian, from what I can see.
Yeah,
an
Arcturian
energy that understood reptilians, of all beings. You had a firm understanding. You didn't know everything, but they had a good idea of the species here on this earth. So, and it's interesting that some of the, you hear about Arcturian spirit, Syrians and all this, but there's other alien species that are never mentioned. That had a lot to do with the downfall of humanity. They're not mentioned for a reason. They're not Anunnaki. They're not reptilians. Not Archon.
Will that be disclosed eventually?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Eventually, but not yet. But eventually, yes.
All right. Well, thank you again. Blessings and much love.
Blessings too. Thanks. All right.